Hello and welcome to my live video. So if you have limited leave to remain in the UK and you don't have access to public fund, means you can't claim benefit, universal credit or housing from local authority, because the condition of your visa is no recourse to public fund, you can make an application if you satisfy certain requirement, and there are significant changes of the immigration rules that is but currently which is applicable from 1st of August, where it used to be if you get access to public fund that trigger to move from 5-year route to 10 years route, but under the current changes from which is came into force from 1st of August 2023, you can still stay on the 5-year route. So I'll speak today what is the requirement to get access to public fund or remove the condition of the restriction in your BRP, and what document you need to provide with the application. So I'll show you on the screen basically the details guidelines. So the first requirement is, as you see on the screen, uh, uh, if you have already permission to in the UK, if it means what you have already visa and the restriction, you can make an application to the Home Office. So you need to study either one. You can either you are a destitute. I'll explain what it means by destitute, or you are at imminent risk of destitute. Secondly, if there are reason relating to children welfare or child welfare, so for example, if you have a child and you need access to public fund because of the best interest of the child or child welfare, you can also apply to remove the restriction. Or if you are facing an exceptional circumstance affecting your income or expenditure, also you can apply for recourse to public fund. Now, let me speak about what is means by destitute, and then I'll give some idea the other two as well. So the definition of destitute basically given by the guidelines, as you see in the screen, means they don't have adequate accommodation or any means of obtaining it. So, say for example, you are living in we need a housing from the local authority, but you can't obtain it because there is a restriction on your BRP. You don't have enough money to get a private property because you approach to landlord, where the landlord hasn't provided you any tenancy agreement because of you don't have enough income. So, for example, so any reason, or they have adequate accommodation. Currently, you do have, or you have means of obtaining it, but you can't meet the other essential living needs, means you don't have enough money to pay bills or buy food for your family, for your children. And then there are at risk of destitution if either both of are imminent. So these are the requirement basically to become a destitute. And then we'll go to top again. There are you have a children, and because of the children interest, because of his children welfare, you need access to public fund, or there are exceptional circumstances affecting your income or expenditure. So what does it mean basically? All three of these requirement is basically you need to establish to the Home Office you don't have enough income to provide either the cost of your family, food of your family, feed your children, or you can't provide the essential living needs. You don't have enough income to pay your bills. So in practice, what we do basically, we calculate the expenditure of your home, and we calculate your income per month. So if we say, for example, your income is less than your expenditure, then you are more likely you will get access to public fund. So that is what the basic in practice we do. So say for example, you are earning £2,000. You are a family of 5 or 2 or 3, and your expenditure is only £2,000 or £3,000. In that case, you can provide all the evidence. In that case, you will get more likely access to public fund. Now, what you will claim, you need to provide evidence. That is the more important thing. So if you claim I have earnings £2,000, you need to provide your payslip. your bank statement. You need to get a letter from bank. If you claim my expenditure is £3,000, you need to provide tenancy agreement. You need to give a schedule of expenditure of your family. So, for example, how much you spend for grocery, how much you spend for shopping, how much you spend for transport, how much you spend for utility bills. So we need to provide all the details with supporting evidence. Then you will get more likely your application will successful. Now, in practice, according to guidelines, what evidence basically you need to provide with the application. I hope you understand what evidence, but in practice, this is the everything we need to provide. But guidelines say basically a couple of evidence, which is I'll show you on the screen again. So these are the evidence basically you need to provide. Let me make it broader. Right. Okay. So these are the evidence for which is basically your 6-month bank statement from all account. And this is very important because if you have a saving or if you have money in your bank account, you are less likely get access to public fund. The Home Office may refuse your application. They say you have already saving. That means you after paying all the utility bills, all the outgoing of your family home, is still you are saving money. So you are not a destitute or in financial difficulty. Another thing, what some people do, basically, they don't want to disclose their bank statement. They disclose only one, okay, or two. And where they have a saving, they don't disclose it. But in practice, you know what? You can't hide it from the Home Office because Home Office will go to the Experian Credit and get all your report, how many bank account you have. And then later, once you submit the application, Home Office will ask you, well, you have accounts in HSBC, please send me the bank statement of 6 months. All right. So this is very important. Another issue is if you transfer a lump sum money from your account, you have a savings and you want to make the application for fee waiver or if for non-recourse to public fund. So you transfer the saving to someone else, it will not save you as well because Home Office will ask an inquiry, require a question. Why do you transfer £10,000? You had a £10,000 up to last month and you just transferred this money. So that discrepancy you need to be very careful. You can't hide anything from the Home Office. So you have to be very careful and honest with the Home Office. Recent payslip accounting for last 6 months, breakdown of monthly income and expenditure, which I already explained, recent tenancy agreement, mortgage statement, recent. So this is important. Some people already own a house and they think that I have a house, I'll not get the no. Still, you can get access to public fund if you have already bought a house because you are paying a mortgage outgoing. What is the utility and other relevant bills? P40 by P60, and also letter confirming your employment details, which I already cover. Recent letter from local authority confirming support is being provided. So if you receive any support, which is unlikely from local authority, recent letter from registry charity, other organization provides support. Recent friends and family members support. So this is also important because, if you are in financial difficulty, I always advise if you receive help from the friends and family, then you should go to them and ask for a letter from them so they can write a letter that what time. So say, for example, some people donate some clothes for your children, or some people donate some food or shopping. If you receive food from the food any charity, you can write a letter. You ask the charity. You can ask the mosque if you receive help from the from any churches. You can ask the letter from the church. So these are the evidence you need to provide. And the final recent letter confirming that both you and your spouse partner receive public funds. So if you are already in this public fund, which is not applicable actually in that case. So this is the requirement, and this is the evidence you need to provide for access to public funds. So those who are in the UK, you are in financial difficulty because of no recourse to public fund. This video is very important for you to have a look. And if you need any help, please feel free to contact us. We are located in London and Milton Keynes, but wherever you are in the UK, we can work with you remotely via video meeting, Zoom meeting, over the telephone consultation also available with us. Now, the issue, what the immigration changes came recently is basically it's when people have no recourse to public fund, But if they apply for recourse to public fund, instantly the route has changed and it's become 5 years to 10 years. But that has been changed from the 1st of August 2023. So now if you apply for access to public fund, you will still will be in the same route, 5-year route. That means after 5 years, you will be eligible for indefinite leave to remain, subject to satisfy other requirements. So this is all about today. I hope that will give you some information regarding what is the requirement, what eligibility requirement, what you need to satisfy, what document you need to provide to remove access to public fund. Thank you.